So we move on to another interesting game, and that is the Titans and the Warriors. The Titans have made quite a few changes, it's got to be said. Most are going to be enforced due to injury, and they just don't have the depth at the minute.
No, not at all. Corey Thompson back in the fullback role. Bo Firma, who was probably the debut of the week last week for the Titans, scoots in at centre alongside Bryce Cartwright, which you haven't seen the Cardi party there for a long time. Tremaine Spry, he comes in on the other wing for his debut. Sam Stone in the second row, replacing where Thurma initially was. Mitch Rain out. Aaron Clark gets the starting nod over Tanner Boyd. As for the Warriors, RTS back at fullback, Hiku into centre, Gerard Beale out. Harris Tavita in at 5'8" for Nicarima, Jazz Tavanga on the bench, back from injury, Lawton at lock with Tohu Harris back into his preferred second row spot. The betting odds have both teams at $1.90. Now, knowing that RTS is back and knowing that the Titans, outside of Kalen Ponga 2 weeks ago, have struggled with containing fullbacks, I have the Warriors as slight favourites, and I'm going the Warriors on the tip. The forward pack for me leans slightly towards the Warriors, even though the Titans have a standout prop in Moe Fotuaika. Sam Stone, a very good second rower. Hipgrave has just insane beef around him. I just think that the Warriors have, having those four forwards on the bench, it gives them a little bit more depth instead of Boyd as that hooker for the Titans. And I'm not going to lie, that back five just does not inspire confidence for me, because he's going to have David Spry will have David Fusatua trying to take a good old-fashioned specky over him at every potential opportunity.
Yeah, and the back line's what swayed it for me as well. I'm tipping Warriors too. Cartwright is defensively suspect. That's been called out time and time again. His work rate isn't fantastic. So when you take him out of a position where he... Let's do that again because my throat is absolutely fucked.
Coronavirus.
It's coming for me, boys. Oh, jeez. Right, let's give that another go then. Yeah, I'm going Warriors too, for the same reasons. I look at that back line, again, doesn't fill me with confidence. Bryce Cartwright, not the most defensively sound player. That's been called out time and time again. Not got a great work rate either, so you put him in a position where he doesn't have to carry the ball so much. He's not going to come looking for work, that's for sure. Marlowe has been huge for the Warriors. Last week, ran for nearly 300 metres. He's going to be big coming off that back line. They're going to struggle to contain him, and I tell you what, you get Marlowe one-on-one with any winger in the competition, they're going to struggle. So I think for me, the back line is the big sway. It looks relatively evenly matched in the forwards, but I can see that the Warriors, when it comes to making meters upfield and putting them in that red zone, that's where the game's going to be won and lost for me. I don't see the Titans making as many meters that puts them into scoring opportunities. I think the forward pack is going to hold up okay, but when you've got players like Foster, even Patrick Herbert's not a small man, and Marlowe and Hiku all bringing it out off the back line, and RTS, who's got a point to prove because he missed last week, then it creates problems. So I'm going to say that this is a comfortable Warriors win for me.
Yeah, look, it's a tough one, and we've been kind of jolted around a bit by Titans fans for not picking them the last 2 weeks, and rightly so against Brisbane. I think it's going to be, I'm not going to say it's going to be a comfortable win. I think it's going to be a little closer than people think. Sportsbet have the Warriors on the pick your own line at 2.5. A 2.5 deficit paying 227. That to me is a pretty good get. I'm trying trying to find the try bet as well in the margin markets. Either team 6.5. You could go 265 or the Warriors -6.5 at $3. It could go one of two ways. It could be a very close game and it comes down to a try, or the Warriors will go 13 plus. I'm going to go a little safe and say Warriors 2.5, the 2.5 deficit at 227. But in saying that, if the Warriors don't show up, the Titans very well could just run amok.
So I'm going to be slightly bolder in my prediction here. I'm going to take that minus 6.5, which is I feel is about right. I don't see there being a converted try in this. And I'm going to say RTS, Foster Tua, and Mamalo all on the anytime try scorer.
Yeah. I'll give you Foster Tua and RTS. I'm not quite ballsy enough to go the back three completely, but I will go Fuss and RTS.
I can see it happening. Mamalo's only getting better with week in, week out, and coming up. I think if you're going by numbers and numbers alone, he comes up against Anthony Don. Yeah, he's a good winger, very good in the air. But the Warriors have a habit of being able to strip teams on the edge, and if Mamalo gets barreling down that sideline, 20 meters out, he's in. So that's where I'm going with that one.